Jim was a great husband and a great father.
He was a guy that struck you whenever you walked into a room.
Very humble, very caring and patient.
He was just that good guy that everyone could count on. Jim and I first met at our church, and in a week we just knew that we were the one for each other and we wanted to spend the rest of our lives together. He was a boat captain and he did parasailing. He worked with tourists, and then he became a firefighter.
The thing about Jim is that he was a young man, 28 years old, and at this point in his life he was already thinking about doing individual planning. And he was saying, I'm going to be getting married soon, and I was thinking I might need to get a life insurance policy for my wife. I said, well, that's a good idea. So what we did is we started with a basic policy, which is generally a small policy, just to get someone started.
And then we had Mia, and then we had Levi.
But that wasn't enough to keep pace with what was going on in his life. And that's when he bought the second policy. The new policy was a 20-year term policy. Jim was a planner. He was thinking further than just next year, next week.
We had left and went to go visit his family in Virginia. About a week after we came home, he started having pain. And that was when we said, okay, we need to go see a doctor about this. When I picked him up, the doctor looked at me and said, we found a mass, colon cancer. And I think that was the hardest time in our life. He went in for surgery, and his surgeon came in and he sat down with me, and at that point he had told me that the cancer had spread everywhere. A couple weeks before he died, he told me all the right words, just to take care of our children, that our finances were all taken care of.
I got a call from Jim, and he said, well, whatever it is that you're going to do with my life insurance policies, you might want to go ahead and start doing that. I've been told I don't have much longer. But just before we got off the phone, he says, Mike, I need for you to make sure you take care of Remle and the kids. It's really important. I want you to continue doing the plans that you and I have put in place.
Financially, we have been able to take the time that's needed. I cannot even imagine if soon after my husband's passing I had to leave my children to take care of our home.
Really simply, the life insurance completed Jim's plans.
For Remle and the kids since then, it's meant enjoying the community that Jimmy has left behind.
I think they're smothered with a lot of people, a lot of love coming from different places. So I think they'll be okay.
My husband planned in very sacrificial ways for our family. There's not a moment that I could not think of my husband and not cry, but yet there is a solid happiness that is there, knowing that everything is in the right place in our